If you're a social worker who feels or has felt overwhelmed, emotionally distraught, physically ill, stressed out, tense because of your work, because of your workload, and there's just never enough time and there's too much to do, I have something that I think can help you. My name is Ernesto. I am the founder of Socialworkly, formerly known as Social Work Magic, and I'm going to show you in this video. This might be a little bit of a long one, but you can watch it in a faster speed because I want to show you at least the functionality, the basic function of all of the different features of Socialworkly 2.0. We're right now in beta testing of the tool, but it will be releasing soon. And you're going to have the opportunity to have a 3-day free trial once it is released. So you can test it out for yourself, but I'm just going to run through the main features of the tool today. And I will be making future videos of individual features to go deeper on each one. So when Socialworkly is released, this was basically the first page that you'll see. You'll see down here something interesting. You can, once you have a familiarity with the tool and how you might use it, you can estimate how much time the tool will save you, because that's really what this is about. I've been developing social work AI tools since late 2022 when this all started. I started on the work and I've been doing it since then. And so I'm familiar with kind of what they can do, the time they can save. And so with a formula that we've used, we've developed this calculator to kind of help you estimate how much time you may use by using, or how much time you may save by using Socialworkly as a tool. But let's get into the tool here so you can see. So the tool is actually 3 tools. I'm going to go from left to right on these tools, starting with Magic Docs, because Magic Docs we found in Social Work Magic, in the first version of Socialworkly, we found that it does tend to be our most used area of the tool. But this version is way more advanced than anything we've ever done. And so I want to show you some of those advancements here. I'm going to go pretty quickly if I can, but we'll see how it goes. So the first thing, this is a brand new feature that I have not seen in many, if at all, any other tools. This is train my writing style. So let's say you don't want that generic language that most AI tools use. They can work. I use it in some things, but it's often better to tailor the way something is written to your own writing style. So with this feature in Socialworkly, you can say, this is my professional style. That's the name of it that you might give. And you'll upload a sample of maybe a report you've written, a professional email, and then you'll click train my style, and the AI will analyze that style. And then whenever you want, when you select that style, whatever response it provides will be written in your kind of voice and your style based on what you upload. You can upload a professional voice, a friendly voice, anything you want, and give it the example and it'll produce the results with that voice. So that right off the bat is something that is going to tailor your results, and it's going to help you to make the work yours, because any AI tool you use is not meant to just copy and paste in this field. We still have to modify results to our needs, to the appropriate boundaries and guidelines of the profession. And so these features in this tool will help you with that. My saved prompts is an area where there are 3 different subscription tiers, and each one has different levels of access. I'm showing you the tier now that has everything, just so I can show you all the features. So my saved prompts and the my trained writing style are both features on some of the advanced tiers. But they allow you, my saved prompts allows you to, let's say you regularly create a report or a document that you do monthly or something like that, and you don't want to have to remember which one of these you selected each time, and you don't want to have to kind of, put that extra work into it. You can say, once you know what you're going to use for that monthly report, and it's the same every month, you can save that. And then when it's time for report writing, you bring it up, you one click, and you have all your variables set, and then you just provide, we'll get to it in a second, the information that's needed for context, and you're done. So let's go through these. These 5 dropdowns are available on all the tiers. They're foundational to the Magic Docs area of the tool. So you'll choose here the perspective that you want. So you're basically telling the AI what you want it to be as it writes this. What role do you want it to take? Everything from a career coach to a housing coordinator, public health social worker. You can choose so many different things here. But for now, let's go with child welfare social worker. And it's a similar idea for all of these. So for content type, you're going to tell it what it is you want it to create: an agenda, a discharge summary, a peer-reviewed article search. There's a lot of different choices here. And we do, as we get requests, if we notice a theme of something that needs to be added, we do take user feedback and add it. That's how we got some of these here. But let's go with a biopsychosocial assessment. The tone, same idea. Let's go with clinical. Audience, you can say, who do you want it written for? Let's say we're writing this for the court. The length, you can choose, and length. And then those are available on all tiers. Now, these 3 here, I won't select them now, But these practice setting, you can choose, these are in the advanced tiers to hone in your response a little bit more. Practice setting, theoretical framework, and client population. So that again helps to really zero in your response specific to your scenario. But you don't need those. The first 5 are perfectly fine, and those will work to produce a good result. Now, this is another brand new feature, the resource finder. So what you can do, you can click on the include resource recommendation, and then you enter a zip code, a local zip code, let's say, and then that's now included as part of what you want to search for. And then this area here, this text entry field, is where you will provide more context, more details about whatever it is that you're trying to create, specific instructions, or maybe your the notes from your home visit or whatever it may be. And always remembering confidentiality. We do have a filter built into this text entry field where if it detects a name, a phone number, a social security, it will alert you. Currently, this tool is not HIPAA compliant yet. We're working on getting that going. So we have a lot of different functionality built in, or warning systems to help you remember your responsibilities as a mandated reporter and as a social work professional, to your obligations to protect private information. So that being said, in this box, I'm going to paste this hypothetical little scenario. Could be just notes from a visit that I had or something like that, typical of what you might see. And then also in the advanced tiers, the upper tiers, you can use the voice input. So I can speak my text into here. It'll convert your speech into text. Or let's say you write your notes, you're a person that writes on a tablet, you can take a picture of those notes and upload it here, and the AI will extract the text from your notes and include it here in this section. And then save my prompt. If we wanted to save this, when you click save my prompt, that's where it goes to your saved prompts, and you can build your own personalized library there. But we're not doing that for now. We're just going to click submit. When we click submit, you will go ahead and scroll up here, and you'll be taken here to, you'll see the report begin to get generated. So we didn't tell it how to organize the information or what categories to include. We just said create a biopsychosocial assessment. Now, in doing that, obviously, some things are going to obviously be part of the organization of how this response is presented to you. But a lot of this stuff, we didn't give it specifics, and it knows how to organize the information for you. Now, one of the things that I have intentionally built into this part of the tool is the strengths and protective factors section, because first of all, I don't know that you'll see any tools that do even what I've showed you so far, but especially if you do find some, I haven't seen any that will specifically intentionally show you strengths and protective factors. Oftentimes you'll see things that will focus on the deficits or weaknesses or challenges of a client or a family, and they don't really give you some of the good things that we have to consider to have a well-rounded concept of the work that we're doing. So this tool automatically, when appropriate, maybe not for an agenda or an outline, will it give you strengths and protective factors, but in situations when it is appropriate, responses where it applies, it will. So here's that. It will continue. Another thing that it always will provide in most of these situations, depending on what kind of response you created, is recommendations. So it'll kind of give you some ideas. I really wanted to build a tool that you could take, not just read it and get some ideas or understand the theory behind the work, or understand whether it's ethical or not, all important things. But I wanted to develop a tool that you, as a social worker, a therapist, a clinician, a counselor, you could take from the page, take from your mobile phone that you're looking at, and apply it in the field, apply it in the work today. So we have a recommendations section that is built into most responses. You don't obviously have to do these recommendations, but it can kind of jog your brain a little and maybe give you some things that you hadn't even considered yet, and flesh out some things that were blind spots for you that could potentially help you in your work. This part is huge for me. Many social workers and professionals are concerned about potential biases that are built into the tools by the biases of its developers, of the engineers who make all of these AI tools. People are worried that their biases are going to get injected into the tools and therefore affect the results that we get. So what this part of the tool in Socialworkly does, the tool will self-identify biases that it thinks it may have injected into the tool, or at least for you to consider. And so here, for instance, it gives you 3: medical model bias, resource availability, family form assumptions. You can pause this and read them if you want, but the tool itself is giving you, hey, what are the things that we need to consider in terms of bias? Is this response considering the things that it needs to consider to eliminate or decrease the bias of the response itself? That is groundbreaking for me. I haven't seen that in any other tool. Now, again, as I mentioned, I wanted to build a tool that you could take in the field today at work or tomorrow or whenever, and you can put it into action. So that's also why we've included solution focused questions. So based on the response, again, based on what you fed the AI and what it produced back out to you, it will give you some solution focused questions that you can take out to that mom or that teenager or that family and use in practice that pertain to this work that you're doing. So it's a way for the tool to go away from the app into the real world and allow you to advance your work and not make you have to think about everything on your own. It's not like you don't know a lot of these things. As a professional, you probably do know, but with so many things on your mind, it's nice to have kind of this backup thinking partner to help you think through some of these situations that we get into as social workers. And then finally, have you considered is always part of the response. And it tells you kind of like, hey, related to what you're working on, here's some other things you might want to think about. So again, helping you to jog your brain to be more maybe creative or think wider, broader about the work that you're doing to more comprehensively serve the individual or family or community that you're working with. Now here, this is another super innovative, super I haven't seen this in any other tools. This tool, Socialworkly, provides a confidence, an AI confidence scale for you to see, to understand how confident should you be? Because you may have heard the term hallucination. Some people are concerned that AI tools can make things up sometimes. They're trying to produce a result that will work for you. And in doing so, more so in the past than now, but it still could occur, they could produce things that are not true. So this tool is telling you this is how confident you can be in this response. Not only does it tell you that, but it tells you why it's given itself that score. So for instance, this one is based on NASW and child welfare best practices, grounded in evidence-based assessment frameworks, and draws from well-established peer-reviewed research for this population. So obviously that's not going to tell you everything. You can use that to dig deeper if you want on your particular response, but it's at least giving you a starting point of how confident you can be that this information is based on facts and not made up by the AI. Always you need to validate results in any tool that you use, not just Socialworkly, but ChatGPT or whatever it may be. And this is a tool, a part of our tool that can help you with that. Now, I'm not going to go through all these buttons. On all tier levels, you can copy the results, email them to, or download them. But on the upper tiers, you have other functionality that you see here. For instance, if you click add details, you forgot maybe to add something in the narrative section when we initially submitted our response, our question. And so you can add information here. Maybe mom won the award for parent of the year or something like that. And when you click add details, it will regenerate a new response with that new information in it. So you might get a completely different response that includes the new information. You can click expand. It creates a more robust, thorough, comprehensive response with more details. You can summarize, which is like bullet points and gives you a concise summarization. Maybe you want to give an update to a supervisor or something. That's what that's for. There's other functions here, but we won't go through it now. Now, here is your resource plan. Remember, we asked for resources and we gave a zip code. So on its own, the tool detected these are some of the resources that may be pertinent to the situation that was described and the response that was provided in the local area. Not only in the local area, but also it will give national resources as well when it finds them and when they're appropriate. So here are the high priority resources. You can copy the response and it'll copy all this information. Like if you're building a resource guide or something, you can, if you're on your cell phone using the tool, you can call directly, you can visit the website, you can click on the address and it'll pull up Google Maps and show you specifically, you can use it in Google Maps. And so you have all of these resources, and it gives you also another layer of resources that are maybe not in this situation as crucial, but maybe still important. So in this particular situation, it looks like it detected domestic violence and food security as potential factors, and so it provides those too. So there's much more to this that I'm not able to get into now, but I just wanted to show you the basic functionality and some of the features of Magic Docs. Now, if we move over to these other two that are also great tools, they're just not as detailed as this one, but Magic Chat is intentionally meant to be not as detailed. So this is for when you don't have the time or the need to go through all of the things that I just showed you in Magic Docs, and you just want to ask a question, get some quick advice. You're chatting, in this case, with that same trained social work expertise AI that we use in Magic Docs. It's the same expertise, but in the format here of like a regular text thread or message thread that you might have with a colleague, a supervisor, a mentor. So you can ask, I'll just keep it simple for this, is social work hard? So you're just going to chat with it just like you would and your friend or whatever. And this is meant to be it this type of a format, not structured like the Magic Doc section. How much money? That's important. I'm not even asking a full sentence. I'm assuming it's going to understand, and it does understand what I'm asking. How much do social workers make? So you can just have this conversation, ask for advice, ask for a quick resource, anything that you want to do quickly, but with that social work expertise built into it. This is where you'll do that here in Magic Chat. The last one I'm going to show you today, I haven't seen any tools like this anywhere, specific to social work, really anything else in our field. So this is what is called Magic Voice. This is similar to Magic Chat that we just did, but this is audio, so you're talking to it. So this, maybe you're on the way driving to a home visit or to a school or to visit a family, and you have some questions you want to run through before you get there. Or maybe you're in the office, or maybe you're at home. Let's say you want to practice for an interview. You can have it, role play with you. Or if you need to have a difficult conversation with your boss, you can role play that conversation. Anything you can think of that has social work expertise, not just social work specific, but it could be mental health, related fields. It has all that expertise built in. So I don't know if you'll be able to hear it. Let's just choose a voice. I don't have these memorized. I'll just choose one, and then we just click start conversation. And it will open up this here. So I don't know if you'll be able to hear it because of the way my system is set up here, but I'm going to see what I can do. So I need to ask some questions. I want to make some career changes, but I'm going to need some help with that.
Sure, I'd be happy to help you think through your career changes. What kind of questions do you have, and what are you hoping to achieve with your career changes? Let's start there.
Well, I currently do direct service, but I'm a little burned out, and I want to do something macro, maybe in policy or something like that.
It sounds like you're ready for a change and looking to move into a more macro-level role like policy work. Transitioning from direct service to macro work can be really fulfilling and bring a new perspective.
But I really don't have any experience in this, so I don't know how I'm going to be able to get a job with no experience with this kind of stuff. All I've ever done is work with kids face to face.
Transitioning to macro work, like policy, can feel daunting.
I'm sorry, you're talking a little bit slow. Can you talk about 20% faster?
Sure, transitioning to macro work, like policy, can feel daunting, but it's definitely possible. You might already have transferable skills from your direct service work.
Okay, I'm sorry, I need to get to a meeting, but I'll come back to you later. Thanks for your help.
Sure, no problem. Feel free to drop by anytime.
So that is Magic Voice. There's an infinite number of other ways to use this tool. I just wanted to give you a quick example. I hope you could hear it a little bit in this video. As I mentioned, I'm going to be doing videos that dig a little deeper, that dive a little deeper into the specific features of all these different areas of the tool. This is just an overview of everything that the tool can do. And so we went through Magic Docs, Magic Chat, and Magic Voice, the three primary areas of the Socialworkly tool. As I mentioned, we are currently beta testing with a very small group. We're going to expand that testing group a little bit more in the coming days, and then we're going to roll it out hopefully within the next several weeks to the general public. So if you want to come here to Socialworkly, as I mentioned, this all started in 2022, end of 22, beginning of 23, with Social Work Magic. That tool still has users to this day. And you no longer, however, can use Social Work, or you can't purchase a subscription to Social Work Magic. If you're already on there, you're on there till you cancel or till you transfer over to Socialworkly here. But you can't purchase that for any new users. Similar to Socialworkly 1.0, the first version of the tool I just showed you, same thing. There are current users, but you will no longer be able to purchase that plan because we're moving everyone over. Ideally, if you're already a user on one of the older tools, you can stay there as long as you want, or you can transition over to the new tool. But for everyone else, the new tool that you see here, Socialworkly, right now we call it Socialworkly 2.0 because there is a previous version, but eventually it will just be Socialworkly. And this is where you can purchase it. It is the tool where there are so many new features. It's not about the features though, or the functions. It's about what it does for you, the time that it saves you, the cognitive load that it lifts off of you. You don't have to think about every little thing, every little task, every little thing, report and assessment that you have to do. This is not taking away from your expertise, your knowledge, your responsibilities as a social worker or a professional, but it's just helping you. It's giving you a boost. It's helping you to save time so you can dedicate that time elsewhere, whether you want to work more face-to-face with your clients, whether you want to go to your child's soccer game or just relax and have a cup of coffee and not have to eat lunch in your car. That's what this tool is built for. Make your work easier, save you time, and give you tools that you can take away from the page, away from the screen, and apply them immediately in the work that you do. So if you go to once we're roll out at Socialworkly, you'll be able to visit our informational area here. The pricing here is for 3 different tiers, and these subscriptions, you can see down below a comparison of Socialworkly versus a lot of other AI tools that you'll see out there. We show here the monthly pricing for the different tier levels and what you get for each one. Also, if you use an annual payment, then you can save anywhere from $30 to almost $150 per year using the annual payment. And then again, below here, you can compare the features for each one of these tiers. So you know exactly, out of all the things I showed you, plus a bunch of stuff I didn't have time to show you, you'll see the features that you get access to for each tier. So if you're not already doing so, please follow me on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, whatever other ones I'm missing. You can search for Socialworkly or the AI Social Work Mentor, and you will be able to find me. My name is Ernesto Bejarano. I'm the founder of these tools, and I hope that when we come out with this to everybody, you start a free three-day trial, see if this works for you, mess around with it, and I hope that it's able to save you time and give you back control over your workflow. As a social worker of 30 years, I've been on the front lines. I have felt the desperation. I've felt the stress, the fear, sometimes the anger that this workload can create. It's not that we don't love the work. It's all the things that we have to do that take time that cause the problem, because we love our work. We love the people that we work with. We just need some help. And Socialworkly potentially is that help for you that will make it easier and bring you back really to the love that you have for this work and why you wanted to do it in the first place. So follow me. Thanks for watching this. I'll be making more videos, so make sure you do follow me so you can see the details of each of these features. And that's it for now. Thanks for watching.